Here we have the current stock market analysis for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders are able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we did see a bit of weakness into the end of the trading week. However, for the most part, the stock did see some rather substantial movements to the top side. So in this video, we will be looking at some specific price levels so that traders can develop some profitable trading strategies for this stock in the days and weeks ahead. So as we can see here, the share price itself did ultimately, see some fairly outsized price movements to the downside. A lot of this activity occurred in a very short period of time. What we're looking at here is the 2-hour price chart. And as we can see, a large portion of this selling pressure occurred within a very short 2-hour trading period. So overall, we're looking at a very large red candle here, and each candle on this chart represents a 2-hour trading period. So as we can see here, there was a very strong movement to the downside. However, markets quickly started to enter into the market from the buy aspect, and quickly caught prices in anticipation of the critically important $3.60 support zone that we have been watching for this stock for quite some time. So ultimately, what we did see here was buyers entering into the market, spotting a discount in share prices and starting to move in. Overall, what we do have here is a reversal trading pattern. So we've got a very decisive movement to the downside, followed by periods of indecision with these small trading candles, and then followed by a much larger candle with movements to the top side that exceed what occurred during the initial price movement lower. In other words, we've now surpassed the price level that was initially seen when the sell-off occurred. So what you do have here is a turnaround reversal pattern in this candlestick structure. In addition to that, we've also seen price gaps move in the upward direction, and then share prices themselves were able to post near-term highs coming in at $4.20. So of course, this does break the prior resistance zone that we have been watching for this stock, which came in at roughly 415. The reason that we arrived at this 415 number was mostly due to the fact that we've got a bit of a trading top here, a double top price pattern that shows some differences between the 417 level and the 413 level. So these are within 5 cents of each other. So this is close enough to consider this to be a double top. And if we look at the median average here, we can see that the difference here comes in at $4.15. So share prices were able to break above this level quite convincingly with a gapping price move higher. So this does sort of rocket higher. And as we can see here, these price movements have unfolded after periods of prior decline. So what this really tells us is that this near-term support zone right around the 360s has started to strengthen in terms of its power. We've now seen this price level tested on multiple occasions. And what we have to keep in mind is the fact that a lot of the selling pressure came right before NVIDIA released its quarterly earnings report. This is quite literally, I should say, the most important earnings report of the entire year. The entire world was watching this report. And there were many traders that were sort of positioning themselves in anticipation of a potential decline in the event that NVIDIA did miss somewhere in the earnings report. I mean, there would have been many areas for the company to miss. We didn't really see that happen. It was a fairly rounded, strong report. And we didn't really see weakness extend for very long, although we did see some downside selling pressure in NVIDIA share prices as well. And that this should tell people something because, even a strong earnings report that's directly related to the company ultimately wound up experiencing selling pressure. So I understand that for many traders that are currently long NIO, this price movement to the downside was probably quite concerning. This was a very significant price movement lower, and then it really did start to threaten this 360 support zone that is going to be very important for the turnaround prospects of this stock going forward. Fortunately for people that are long this stock, this area did remain intact, and we now have a strengthening of this support zone right around $3.60. So as things currently stand, we are looking at some upward price movements here. And if we take a look at the relative strength index reading, there are some additional points of of optimism that can be found for anyone that is currently buying this stock. So as we can see here, we can go back to the middle of June, and from there we can see that overall the trend momentum here has shown positive activity for quite a while now, and we've seen this level tested on multiple occasions at this point. We've really got three fairly strong tests of this area, and in all of these cases, share prices have managed to bounce from there. So a lot of these align with this $3.60 support zone, and so what this really means is that we can not only rely on this support zone or sort of lean against it for long positions, but it's also being confirmed by the indicator readings themselves. We're starting to see some fairly significant jumps higher in situations where share prices have started to sort of degenerate or move down, decline into this level. So as things currently stand, we can see a little bit of a negative trend here that's starting to develop, in the bearish direction, but overall, this longer term trend here is still clearly positive, and this does suggest that share prices should remain supported here for the near term, given the fact that we did manage to find support at the 360 mark, and we have now broken to new highs above this $4.15 region. So if we move back down into the chart and we take a little bit of a longer term view of this stock, we can currently see that the next upside resistance zone comes in right around $4.61. This level will be very important here because if we were to break above that region, that would suggest that this recent trending move lower has completed itself. We're no longer likely to start to see major declines into this area. And then the next level of resistance really comes in near the $5 mark. Of course, this $5 level is going to be psychologically important for many reasons. Overall, we're looking for a potential basing here for the stock, a potential turnaround for the stock. So if we were able to break above the $5 mark, I do think that this would sort of solidify the bullish tendency here for many traders. Possibly people would stop looking at this stock as though it's a name that could move to $1 and things like that. So these are the critical price levels that would ultimately need to be seen in order for those events to happen. Here's the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.